Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Well, what's all y'all up to today? Well, today I'm gonna do a video of a project that I've been working on, and that is building an outdoor fireplace. So I got this idea off of another YouTube channel, but I didn't copy his plans directly. I made a few modifications to it to change the way it looks a little bit. But I've seen that video on YouTube and I really like the concept of having an outdoor fireplace. And one reason why I wanted an outdoor fireplace is because not only for the looks of it, you know, in the summertime you can set out and build a fire in it and not be sitting right next to a fire and enjoy a fire versus a fire pit where, you know, you're sitting around a fire pit. Fire pits are great for winter time when it's cool, but in the summertime I like to sit outside and I still like to have a fire, and this fireplace is good for that. But I also have a small offset smoker. If I build a hot fire in it using wood splits, then, you know, sometimes the temperature is hard to control. It's one thing I wanted to use it for is to build a fire in the fireplace and let the wood burn down to hot coals. Then I can shovel the hot coals out of the fireplace and put it in my offset smoker and use that for my heat source. I'm still burning wood, but I'm burn it down in the wood coals, and then I can put small pieces of wood on it to help with the smoke flavor. So that's the reason why this outdoor fireplace really interested me. And it's basically built out of you use some cinder blocks and some calc blocks, mostly calc blocks, and it's called a dry stack fireplace. You just stack these blocks on top of each other until you have created a fireplace. If you're interested in seeing how I did that, just stick with us. So before we get into the build, I'm going to show you the finished product here. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to give you I built this in stages and different sections and from the ground up. So I'm going to kind of walk you through it and show you how I did that. So right here on the bottom, right there, is cinder blocks. So I made the base out of cinder blocks. And the most important thing about that, as you'll see in the video, is to get it level. I had a high spot in my yard where I put this, so I had to dig down on the high spot to make it match the lower spot, which is right over here. So didn't have to dig down a lot, but it's important that you get those cinder blocks level, so the whole fireplace will be level. So this is basically your foundation. You notice here I had 3 laying that way, and I put 1 row running that way. So then next step was to these calc blocks that I put on top of the cinder blocks. Now this is just to cap off the cinder block, so it give you a flat surface to build a fire on. So the next step was these blocks right here to close it all in. And you notice how I stacked those. I stacked 1 flat, 2 standing up, 1 flat, 2 standing up. And in this next row I alternated. 2 standing up, 1 flat, 2 standing up, 1 flat. And I did that all the way around, just to give it good looks and make it a little stouter. So that's the walls. Then of course you need two pieces. I got the 1.5 inch angle iron, and I got two pieces. You'll see that in the build. Here, and that's to cap off your opening. So I laid all these cinder blocks flat across the angle iron, inside the angle iron, and that supports everything for your opening. And I put 2 rows alternating them flat, laying them flat, and then another row. Of course, you know I go halfway on the brick, so you can see that all the way around. So I did 2 stacks on this part, then I did this part, and what you do on it, you go halfway in with your block, and that gives you this offset. So you lay those blocks the same way, so you're alternating as you go. So I did 2 more stacks that way, here and here. So next we start forming the chimney. So I did the same thing, half the block in the opening, and when you do that, go all the way around, that leaves 1 block opening for the chimney. So I went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high, and on this top here I just laid the 4 blocks to offset that to finish my chimney out. So I'm gonna show you the chimney opening there, and you can see it's exactly the size of 1 cap block. So basically that's it. Give you some different views of it. That's how it looks. Here's your view from this corner, and there's your view of the front of it. And you notice how far I built it from my deck. So I'm able to sit on my deck and enjoy the fireplace in the summertime without getting much heat off of it. So I really like that. I can even sit on my deck area here and watch the fire too if I want to. So that's the finished product. So now we're going to get in on showing you the different stages of how I built it. Okay, here's our foundation for our fireplace. 21 cinder blocks. And it's important that you get it level. So you see here I had to dig down on this end because that was my high spot, and then it leveled out as I got over here. So you got to determine which side is high and then dig down and until you're level with your low side. Then you start laying each block, and as I started laying the block, I just level it both ways and continue. Each time I lay a block, I'd level it. If I needed to dig out a little more, I would. I'd just make sure they're level. Lay 3 long ways like that, and then 3 across the front. So that's your foundation. Most important thing about the foundation, this is the hardest part, and that's getting it level. Once you get that level, then you can go on with the project pretty easy. So remember to make sure it's level. Okay, this is where we're at on our fire pit now. Went a couple of days ago and got like 30 of the blocks. That's about all I want to haul in my pickup truck. So this is what I've done up to this point. Remember in the previous, well, I had the cinder blocks down. So now we take these pavers, cap blocks, and we just lay them down on top of the cinder blocks till we cover all the cinder blocks. Then I started the back wall, and notice how I was stacking these, one flat, two standing up, and then I alternated each time. So today I went back and I've got about 36 more blocks, and we're going to finish this wall up. We're going to go this way, that way. We're going to go 2 high, 1 more high with this one, and I'll have our firebox part finished off. So that's what we're going to be doing in this today as we begin to continue this project. All right, this is as high we're going to go with this wall right here. This is our firebox in here. So it's time to start stacking the block to create the chimney part. So to start with, we gotta come across here. So what I've got is 2 pieces of 2-inch angle iron, and that's gonna go across here to support the block. So we're gonna lay block in this angle iron, and that'll give us opportunity to go up with the as we proceed with the chimney. So from that angle iron up, we're going to start building our wall, or our chimney opening. But I'm out of a block again, so we'll have to go back and get some more block before we continue. But this is what it looks like. When we continue here, we'll just lay the block flat, and we will offset them as we go. And then we'll just keep going up and taper in more and more for our chimney. So that's what our firebox looks like. Okay, we're ready to start the last row for the chimney. What I've done, I've put these marks right here, measuring over to the center of the block that I'm going to lay. We're going to let these hang over like I did these right here. These are going to hang over to about halfway the block. And then that's going to create the correct opening here for the rest of the chimney as we go up. So I went around and marked all my halfway points. So I can make sure I get the block about center, and that'll make sure those squares we put them around. Well, there you go, folks. That's my project that I built for my sitting area, my deck area, my barbecue area. So I hope you like this video, and I hope maybe that this somehow inspires you to maybe, if you would like to build something like that, to build it. It's not very complicated, and you know, it's not hard to do at all. So I think if you have a back area that you want to build a outdoor dry stack fireplace, then by all means do it. I really have enjoyed this one so far. So that's what I've been up to lately. So I just wanted to share that with you. I want to say God bless each and every one of you. So I'll see you next time when I get into something else. See you.